You guys who may not know whose jersey this is, you guys who may not give a fuck, Kevin De Bruyne has officially announced since yesterday that he will be leaving Manchester City at the end of the season. Kevin De Bruyne, to me, has been everything. Absolutely everything. He is the person who's made me fall in love with football. You know, people have their Messis, people have Ronaldo, Neymar, and, you know, the list can go on and on of people who to them made them fall in love with football. For me, it's Kevin De Bruyne. You know, whether it was loading up my first FIFA, because those of you who don't know, I played football, but I never actually watched it. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I played FIFAs, like the older FIFA. So I'm talking FIFA 14, whatever it is. But I loaded up, first proper FIFA that I actually played was FIFA 20. By then, I was already somewhat into it. And, you know, I remember I loved Man City when I was playing on FIFA 14. And I wanted to just continue to follow them and actually watch their games. And I just started watching their games continuously, picking up where I left off, basically. And, you know, I started liking sports more. You know, I started getting into shape. Everything was, you know, going that way. But since pretty much, we'll say 2019, I'll say, I've been following Man City, not knowing about, you know, the money, about, you know, a lot of people are going to call glory hunter this, glory hunter that. I didn't care about the glory. I didn't care about any of that. I just like the color blue. I like the color blue, and I just love the players. And FIFA 14, I believe you had Aguero, Dzeko, Company, Joe Hart, Yaya Toure, Clichy, Nasri, you know, Zabaleta. Like, I know the names in FIFA 14. You go to FIFA 14 right now, you can load up the team. I just listed David Silva. I listed like everybody, Fernandinho, like everybody from that team. Jesus Navas. Like, I loved Man City and FIFA 14. That was my team. And now Kevin De Bruyne, like watching him every day or week in, week out, sorry, he has been everything to me. He has been my inspiration for how I want to play football when I do play with my friends. I don't care about scoring a goal for me. Even recently I had gone to play football with my friends. You know, at the end of the day, we're all high, having a good time, laughing, having, you know, smiling, whatever. And we're talking about the goals we scored, this, that, and the other. And to me, it wasn't about any of that, for me at least, like the goals or whatever. I scored goals, obviously, really good ones at that, but for, like, just being able to pass and create chances for my friends, even though some of them bricked them, I won't say who, but they bricked literal tap-ins. They might as well have been tap-ins, but literal dimes, and they bricked it. But dude, Kevin De Bruyne for me is everything. There's no player, in my opinion, that comes close to him in terms of footballing ability. I don't care. I don't want to hear Messi. I don't hear any of that. Kevin De Bruyne, I have never seen anybody play the way Kevin De Bruyne plays. Nobody. And I know people want to say that Messi could pass. I've seen that a lot. Messi could pass, but not the way Kevin De Bruyne passes. Kevin De Bruyne would drift off wide, whether it was go to the left wing, go to the right wing, overlap the left wing, overlap the right wing, and he would put dimes in the box. Dimes. And even if he wasn't in the wings, he was in the edge of the box, getting ready to shoot it, getting ready to pass it. He could make anything out of anywhere. That, for me, was why I loved Kevin De Bruyne. I don't care about the skills. You know, they're nice, they're flashy, obviously, and he could do them. He has done them a couple of times. But to me, it was his execution. Like, he was so clinical. Anywhere past the halfway line, something was going to happen if he had the ball. Whether it was a great pass to split the defense open, a great pass to get pressure off of us, or through ball like we've seen with Holland. that treble season, Kevin De Bruyne was the only reason Haaland got the numbers he had. I don't care. I know he didn't get every assist, but the numbers that Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland shared for that one season that we got was special. It was special. And you cannot tell me otherwise. That, you know, you cannot tell me that there's a better like team up in our history, in football history. I am not ancient, you know. I wasn't in tune. Like I was a kid, I was fat, I was obese. I get that I didn't like grow up watching some of the greatest players of all time. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen, you know, I've watched their highlights. I've watched games back, like I have, and even like some of the Clásicos, I would tune into when I was a kid a couple of times. Like I remember that while eating some Takis, and I'm telling you, nothing comes close to what I've seen from Kevin De Bruyne. Nothing comes close. I know the numbers aren't up there with Messi and Ronaldo. I know he doesn't have the most assists of all time. I know that. And I know his trophy cabinet isn't as big as other people's. And I know he never got a Ballon d'Or. And again, in my opinion, the most recent year that Messi won the Ballon d'Or, I literally said that I want De Bruyne to win it over Haaland. I did not expect Messi to win it, to be honest with you. I don't think anybody did. For a World Cup that was like over a year already that passed, but it's carrying on over because I don't know how the Ballon d'Or works. Anyways, I don't know how Messi won it that year. He was in the PSG team, average, won nothing, and won the World Cup, and he wins it. Again, Messi's my GOAT when we talk about Messi and Ronaldo, so I'm not being, you know, deluded Ronaldo fan. No, I'm being serious. I don't know how he won it. I think it should have been Haaland. We won a freaking treble. You know what I'm saying? We won a treble, and you mean to tell me that isn't more heavy than a freaking World Cup? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, how Haaland didn't win it. But to me, I wanted De Bruyne to win it. That's the whole point. De Bruyne made Haaland. I'm a Man City fan and all, but Haaland without service we might as well be down on, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. He doesn't carry the ball forward and beat one or two people and will create a goal out of nothing. I don't think he's done that maybe once or twice. Aside from that, he's not much. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do much. And whether you want to blame that on Pep's tactics or him as a player, I don't know. But De Bruyne should have had a Ballon d'Or at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Rodri, but how am I supposed to sit here and be like, Rodri has a Ballon d'Or and KDB doesn't? You know what I'm saying? You guys who are not familiar with Kevin De Bruyne, or maybe you are familiar with him, whatever the case may be, if you go search up his highlights on YouTube, I promise you will not be disappointed. You will be, how he passes so well? Like, how does he find those passes? There's been times in games, like the most recent example that I remember in my mind. It's two games. The Newcastle game where he finds Bernardo Silva out of nothing. Out of nothing. He finds that pass like nothing. I blinked and Bernardo Silva was one-on-one with the keeper. He passed the entire line of Newcastle defenders. And these Newcastle defenders aren't bums. Like, they're decent center halves in the league. Like, they're not just bums. And he does that out of nothing. The pass in the game against Man United, that pass to Haaland where he curves it around Varane, dude, I mean, it's that kind of stuff that just like, how is he so good, bro? And I'm sure you guys have seen edits. Like, they're everywhere. Kevin De Bruyne's passing, you know, art of passing, like, it's so corny sometimes to me, but it is what it is, right? Like, I don't know. But dude, KDB, man, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Let me go to my Explorer page. All KDB. I didn't cry. Like, when people say cry, I don't mean like sobbing and nothing. But there I was crying. I'm gonna be straight up. I don't care what y'all say. I was crying, bro. Like, tears were running down my eyes and I was breathing heavy. It was bad, bro. Like, I know I joke a lot about like heartbreak and whatnot on this channel, but like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, women come and go. I mean, they haven't came back to me in a while, but like, to my non-experienced people out there, when your time comes and you get heartbroken, women come and go. It's literally like money. No offense, I'm sure it's the same thing for my girls out there. Like, guys come and go. Like, that's just how relationships are as a whole. But I'm speaking from my point of view. Women come and go, right? To me, they come and go. After a certain point, when it comes to women, like, I just don't care anymore. That's why I've been so happy recently. I don't know if y'all can see that on the channel, or it reflects off my like personality and how I carry myself. But I am much happier than I was before. And that's a testimony to myself. Like, good job, Lucas. You actually got out of that hole. You actually broke free from the chains of these women, bro. My whole point is, this hurts more than fucking relationship. You know, this hurts more than a relationship ending or a talking stage ending. Once Kevin De Bruyne leaves Man City, he is never coming back. Never. He's gone forever. I will never see another pass from him. I will never see another goal from him. I will never see De Bruyne on the back of a jersey with the number 17 ever again. Ever again. Maybe for Belgium, I'll see De Bruyne 7, but 17, I'll never see it again. Never. Never again. And I am devastated. Y'all want to say Messi, y'all want to say Ronaldo. Kevin De Bruyne is my GOAT. What Kevin De Bruyne can do can never ever be replicated ever again. Y'all can call it glaze, delusion, I don't care. Until I see it consistently for 6-7 years straight, consistent passes, consistent goals on the level of Kevin De Bruyne, with weak foots, outside the boots, outside the box, off the crossbar, free kicks, passes, whipped passes, crosses, through balls. Until I can see a player like that again, there is no better footballer of all time in the history of the sport. Better footballer, not player. They're different things. A player, they get stats, they get trophies, whatever it is. But a footballer, an individual footballer, in terms of ability, skill, technique, until I see a better player than Kevin De freaking Bruyne, there is no better player in history than Kevin De Bruyne. Until I see it with my own eyes, will not be replicated ever again. And I took it for granted, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I didn't savor the moments enough. I mean, I celebrated like crazy, but man, if I could like bottle up the feeling of him, you know, I'd bottle it and keep it on my desk or something, but I can't, you know, and it's gone. Genuinely heartbreaking. I knew it was gonna happen one day, but just the way it ended, like the way he's ending up, like he's a finished player now, and when he starts, it's kind of painful to see, because that's just not my player. That's not my GOAT, you know. That's not my GOAT. Yeah. Anyways, that's been the video for today, guys. Love you guys. Take care. Peace.